What's up, Super Chieftains? Here's my face. Okay, so I've realized here lately that Black Powder Solutions, we talk about the stuff we have, but we don't show you. So today we're going to show you, okay? So we're going to go over a couple of plate carriers, a battle belt, and a helmet, and then in later videos, we'll drop some weapons and kind of show you how we run everything. So we're going to go ahead and start with mine, okay? This is a Condor plate carrier, running 4 mags, nothing fancy, just Magpul P mags. You know, I don't need Gucci tier stuff to actually do what I need to do. So inside we have level 3A ceramic plates, okay? Stops the rounds from getting to you and keeps you quite alive. That way you don't die. Make sense? Okay. And a couple of patches just for morale boosts, and just in case I get my head blown off, everybody knows what blood type I take. That way they can save me. Moving on, Cat T tourniquet. These are highly recommended, okay? Just because of the windlass strap on them. See if I can unfuck this scenario right here. Oh. So with these Cat T tourniquets, right, I recommend getting a Gen 3 or a Gen 5 because they're going to be the best ones. They have Velcro and this quick strap, right? So you have a whole bunch of different things you can do with this thing, you know, tie it around somebody's neck, face, if they're talking too much. Please don't do that. So with a Cat T tourniquet, what you're going to do is you're going to take the tourniquet and get it high up, as high up on the limb as you can. Crank it like Soldier Boy. And then tighten this windlass strap until you cannot tighten it anymore. The goal of the Cat T is to cut off the blood circulation or the blood flow to the wound. That way your battle buddy doesn't bleed out. Okay? Moving on. We just have a standard cheap generic push-to-talk device that allows us to push and talk to our homies and ask for beers on the battlefield, okay? Restraining devices. I made a big deal about this in a previous video, okay? Restraining devices are a must, okay? If you got a guy who's talking a whole bunch of mess and you have to drop him, right? But you don't wanna neutralize him, restraining devices. Use these, wrap them up, you know, like a hog, and wait until the authorities arrive. Okay, moving on. Camelback water system, right? Just a little holder for my water bottles or my bourbon bottles, whatever I decide I want to use that day. Right? Keeps me hydrated, keeps me in the fight, keeps me ready to go. All right, moving on. Comm systems. I know I'm going a little fast here. I got a lot of stuff going on. So with comm systems, like I said before, this is nothing fancy, okay? You don't need the whole fancy gear, Gucci tier type stuff in order to get what you need done, right? So we just have a standard Baofeng UV82 FP, okay? With an 18-inch whip aerial on it, so I can reach out a couple of miles and talk to my boys and make sure that everything is copacetic. Figure out how to put this back together. Yep, that goes there. And then cinch it down. Okay, good to go. So on this kit, this is a minimalist setup, okay? There's very minimal things on it. Me personally, I don't like a whole lot of gear on my setup while I'm running. The more I got up top, the more it impedes my weapon movement, and you just can't get to stuff quickly. You know, you got a whole bunch of pouches and stuff up here, and you got admin pouches, and you got pins and knives and just everything up here, and you go to reach for a magazine and you're just hitting stuff, right? So now you got to figure out, all right, how do I get it out? How do I do this? How do I do that? That takes time. The more time you take, the more likely you are to get shot, okay? All right, so we're gonna move on to another plate carrier. This one is from Redemption Tactical. Cost $5,000. Not really. It's $59.99 plus tax and shipping, I think. I don't know. Anyway, standard morale patches, right? Blood type just in case homeboy gets shot and needs some blood. Cool little knife here for all the knifey things that he needs to do. Why he's running it there, I have no idea. We'll have to talk about that later. So he's running just cheap little Amazon 6-pouch setup. Runs more magazines on his kit because he doesn't want a whole lot of things down low in order to it just gets in his way. So the magazine setup is really shooter's preference. Really you want to keep it. This is probably the most I'd ever do. Okay, just because this amount of setup with fully loaded magazines, they flop around and it's heavy. Plus you got the weight of your plates, so it's a lot riding on your shoulders. Moving on, standard D-clip, a couple of shotgun shells, and a water source. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this: hydrate. Okay, hydration is key. It's key here, fellas and ladies. You gotta stay hydrated. If you don't stay hydrated, you're gonna get hurt and you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, you don't wanna have a bad time. So he's running AR 500 level 3 plates right now. He's gonna wind up going up to level 4 later on because he wants to be all fancy alphabet boy. So just standard AR 500 steel. I know a lot of people say, oh, the spalling, or it's not level 4, you're gonna die. Well, to be honest with you, that's not necessarily true. Okay, level 3 plates can stop 5.56, they can stop 7.62 M80 ball ammo. Not a lot, once, but I'm pretty sure homeboy doesn't plan on getting shot that many times. Okay, so effective cover and concealment is always key there. For those of you who are wondering what we're talking about when we say AR 500 steel, so AR 500 steel is the company that AR 500 is the company that makes the plates, right? And it's made out of steel, and it's got like a almost like a rhino lining on it. I don't know why, but that's what they do. So when they say, oh, you're running steel plates, so you're gonna get spalling, whenever the round hits the plate, okay, the round is gonna shatter. So all that spalling, all the fragments of the round, it has to go somewhere. I mean, it doesn't just go straight down, it goes everywhere, right? So when people say, don't run steel plates because you're gonna get spalling, it's gonna hit you in the face, yes, that may be true, but he's also got Kevlar padding in here, right? So he's got the AR 500 plates, and he's got the Kevlar pad over top of that for a little bit added protection, okay? It's not level 4, but I mean, it offers some protection from spalling and all the rest of that noise that everybody wants to complain about. Okay, so moving on to the back, he's got some random pouch here just for miscellaneous items, paracord, just whatever really that he wants to run in there. And then an IFAK, okay? IFAKs, please, for the love of God, if you're setting up a kit, make sure you have an IFAK and make sure that it is actually stocked with stuff, okay? Combat gauze, Israeli bandages, presser bandages, NPAs, hemostats, quick clots, everything that you might need in every situation that could possibly arise, okay? Don't stuff it so much to where there's, it's super big and super bulky, right? But pack it with enough stuff to where, if 2 or 3 of your buddies go down, you can effectively take care of them and, get their wounds properly treated, okay? And then he's got some restraining devices on here, simply because I told him so, and he has to do what I say, okay? So, I know that was kind of quick rundown of the plate carriers, but to be honest with you, plate carriers are kind of a shooter's preference, right? So there's bad plate carriers out there, but for the vast majority of it, you can get a decent plate carrier for $60, right? That Redemption Tactical cost him $60. This Condor cost me about $80, and it does everything and anything that we need them to do, right? So moving on, we're gonna go over to the Condor Battle Belt. Okay, there's a lot of people who run high tier Gucci style battle belts, but to be honest with you, the Condor is gonna do everything that it needs to do. You know, everything that those high tier ones do and still be functional, right? It's fully adjustable, it's got MOLLE webbing on it, so you can throw all kinds of stuff on there if you need to. I'm just running 2 extra magazine pouches just in case, right? Because you can never have too much ammo, right? So I run out of the 4 here. I also got 2 more on my hip, right? My sidearm holster, that's going to wind up changing because I have a weapon light on my sidearm, and that doesn't accommodate for it. So that's going to wind up changing later on. Just, you know, and then I also got a D-ring for my chem lights and my gloves, other miscellaneous objects that I can't fit into a pouch or don't want to throw into a pouch that I might need quick access to. And then my IFAK, okay? So my IFAK, I'll kind of show you a little bit of what we're talking about. Stuffing it with stuff. These things will cut anything, okay? Trauma shears, absolutely a must, right? Oh shit. Medical tape, always a need. So, Quick Clop, look at it, learn it, live it, love it. Quick Clop, this stuff will save a guy's life, okay? With Quick Clop, there's, I'm not a scientist, so I don't know, okay? But there's magic inside of this thing, right? So if you get a bullet hole or an open wound that needs to be, you know, packed and wrapped up tight to stop the bleeding, the Quick Clop, what that does is when you pack that wound, right, there's a chemical in there that almost cauterizes the wound. It doesn't really cauterize it, but it keeps it from bleeding, and it's trying to use words here, but I can't find the words. Okay, magic happens, bleeding stops, right? You wrap it up tight and it's good to go. Okay, moving on before I'm making a fool out of myself. So you see I have a random assortment of gauze pads, right? Because you never know, okay? Wounds vary from size to size, depth, width, the whole shebang. You never know what size gauze you're gonna need to get in there, okay? So that's why I'm running a lot of gauze, okay? Gloves, always wear gloves, okay? If you come up on somebody and they have a gash on their arm and they're bleeding profusely, okay, and you start sticking your grubby little hands in there, right, and you don't have gloves, you can contaminate the wound, possibly infect them, okay? Because let's face it, we're dirty. Humans are dirty. We got all kinds of bacteria and stuff on our hands, especially on our fingernails. We go digging around inside somebody's body, then it all gets transferred in there, right? And can cause sepsis, infections. People die from that kind of stuff, right? Wear gloves. Keep your booger hooks wrapped up, okay? Let's see, what else do I have? Alcohol pads and burn gel and all kinds of Band-Aids. Okay, Band-Aids for those who have boo-boos on the battlefield. But alcohol pads will help. Iodide pads will help sterilize the area. Also in here I have some localizing agents that kind of help numb stuff up, just in case I need to go in and start digging around in somebody's arm or leg or something like that. They're not feeling the full trauma of that. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me do some stuff here. All right. Now, moving on. Okay. Last piece of kit before I let you guys go. I know I'm stuttering, I'm rambling, I'm going all over the place. I've got a million different things rattling on in my brain right now, and I can't really think straight. So bear with me. I love you guys. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys sticking with me and all my bullshit. Right? Alright, so last piece of kit. Alright, this is the DEFCON 1 bump helmet. Okay, it's non-ballistic. It's made out of ABS plastic. It's just designed to help keep you from getting concussions. So you know, you fall over and you bonk your head, you're not going to get a concussion and walk around like Happy Gilmore. Okay, so that's basically what this is designed for. A couple of morale patches, just cause, you know, Infidel, American Jedi, and then good old Lone Star, right? For comm system, our team is going to update eventually, but for right now we're running just a cheap airsoft knockoff type comm setup. Costs us about 130 bucks, right? Made by Z-Tac. They're an okay company. Okay, I wouldn't really recommend them. I got mine and they were broken, so don't go with Z-Tac. Ear Armor. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Earmore or Ear Armor, whatever, they make a good one. If you're not wanting to spend the thousands of dollars on a Peltor comm setup, Earmore is going to be your best bet. Okay. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of. I know it went quick, and I know I kind of skipped over a lot of stuff. I didn't show you guys a lot of stuff. We got to have some secrets. You know what I mean? Yeah. Disclaimer. Okay. We don't claim to be like Flannel Daddy or like Warrior Poet Society or like Matt Glover or Jocko Willink, right? We're not super secret squirrel shit. We're just kind of showing you low tier budget builds, that way the average person can look at it and be like, okay, you know, those are all kind of semi-affordable, I might be able to do it, you know, and kind of show you what we run on the budget build. That way, you know, because we don't like the Gucci tier stuff, simply because it costs too much. Is it better? Probably. Does it stop more stuff? Maybe. I don't know. But what's wrong with the budget build? You know, why buy the $208,000 Rolls Royce when a $20,000 Chevy will do the job just fine? You know, you're going from A to B. I mean, what's the point of spending all the money, right? So this is our budget builds so far. We are adding more stuff all the time. So as we add more stuff and we have time to use it and review it and, you know, put it through its paces and like thoroughly destroy it, we'll let you guys know how it works, and we'll make videos on it later on. Okay. Actually, one more thing. Okay. I didn't mention these. I did, but I didn't. Okay. So these are Krydex mag holsters, right? So they're fully adjustable. Well, I say fully adjustable. You can adjust them, but you can fit up to a 458 SOCOM magazine in these. Those are huge magazines, right? They're about 15 bucks a piece. Kind of pricey, but to be honest with you, I would run these. If I had the money, I would run, every magazine would be wrapped in these bad boys. Okay. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, you know, instead of just like a standard 5.56 magazine or a 223 magazine, the Krydex 5.56 magazine holsters, you can find them on Amazon. You can find them on Cheaper Than Dirt. A lot of the gun websites will have them. They're by far, in a way, my favorite magazine holster of all time. Okay, and I've gone through a lot. I've had Condors. I've had you name it. I ran it. I'm saying that those are good. I like them a lot. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's people out there who ran them and be like, "Oh no, these are crap." To each their own, you know. But I've never had a problem out of them, and I abuse the shit out of my stuff. So I highly recommend them. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna let you guys get some sleep or whatever. I don't know what time of day it is where you are, but it's late here. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're the real one. We'll see you next time. Peace.